Hi everyone, and thank you for checking out my channel. This is Yesenia Shalane Dela Cruz. If you didn't know, my birthday is January 18th, 1987. That makes me 33 years old. I have 3 kids, ages 15, almost 11, and 4. And I became pregnant with my son, my 15-year-old son, when I was 17. I was kind of pushed into the relationship with their dad at a young age. My mom and her boyfriend were kind of into their own lives with drugs and alcohol, and after she had separated from my father, and I kind of got pushed on to my kids' father at a really young age. I graduated though from high school, even though I was pregnant throughout the whole senior year. I graduated 3 days after having given birth to my son via C-section, emergency C-section, and yeah. After high school, I got married to their dad at age 18, which was probably the biggest mistake. So if you're 18 and thinking that you want to get married, don't do it. We were still technically married as it is right now, because even though we've been separated for over 9 years, he's in Mexico, which makes it very hard to get in contact with him and get an address to send divorce papers to him. I'd like to do that, but he thinks by staying married to me that he'll somehow be able to stay in the United States or get back into the United States, even though he's been banned from the United States permanently, because when we were together before I got married, he got caught selling drugs, and that made him permanently banned from the United States. That's what caused him to get deported as well. Right now, I'm just kind of walking. I'm kind of stressed out. So I thought I'd get to know me a little bit better while I'm walking. Sorry for the noise, but that's cars driving by. But yeah. So I got married when I was 18. Still technically married, even though we've been separated for over 9 years. We have 2 kids together. That's my son Joel, who's 15, and my daughter, who's 10, Anna Rosa. She's about to be 11 this Friday, actually. And I got off with OCS today, and I had been seeing Andreas, even though he'd moved out. I'd still been seeing him here and there, and I guess that's a big no-no as well. So I got told as that I'm not supposed to be seeing him at all. So that's going to be like really hard for me. But if it's what I have to do to get my kids back, it's what I have to do. So I'll be doing that. Really, I got a thing in the mail today about, I have a review on my case September 14th at 2 o'clock. They gave me a 1-800 number to call. So I wrote that in my little planner book so I don't forget that, along with the 1-800 number and the extension to call. So that's a good amount of time to be nervous, but I am. And after we got married, thinking that was going to help him be able to stay in the country, he still had legal issues, so we decided to move to Portland, Oregon, and that's where I went to school for medical assisting at Concord Career College, and I graduated with honors in 2008 there, and I started working pretty much immediately after I graduated at Chemawa Indian Health Center in Salem, Oregon, and I loved it. I worked there for about 3 years, and I fell pregnant with my daughter that same year that I started working there, and I had her August 28th, 2009, and that's kind of where my addiction started, because I had her via C-section as well, and the incision site in my organs and ovaries became infected, and I was in the hospital for like a month and a half, 7 days after she was born, and they had me on all these strong antibiotics and strong painkillers. My temp was like at 105. They had me on ice bags and everything, trying to get my temperature down, and just nothing was working. And just like any touch or anything was like, and put me in excruciating pain. And so they had me on all these strong painkillers, and it got to the point where I was even hallucinating. I like was seeing birds like flying in to the window, which was like really scary. But I had asked the nurse to take me off of that because it was so frightening, and they said that I was so sick that I would be in so much pain that they couldn't take me off the pain meds. And so that's kind of led to my addiction to pain meds. I remember this one time I was taking them as prescribed when they sent me home, and it was just me and my son, and it didn't matter that my whole life was falling apart. I had lost my job. Me and my best friend had been fighting. My dad was an alcoholic. My mom and her husband had their own issues with their addictions, and my husband was deported, and everything was just falling apart. And I remember I took these pills, and I took it as prescribed. I didn't abuse it or anything, and at first, and I took them as prescribed, and I remember just feeling this feeling like nothing mattered. It didn't matter that my whole life was falling apart. It didn't matter that that I had me and my best friend were fighting. It didn't matter that I lost my job. It didn't matter that my parents had their own addictions and their own problems. It didn't matter that my husband was deported. All that mattered was that I felt good, and I could take care of my kids, and I could do it with a smile on my face. And I thought that's all that mattered. And that kind of is where my addiction started. But anyways, I'm close to getting to the store, and this will be kind of a series parting of getting to know me. And so I just want to say thank you for checking out my channel, and click like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And just thank you for checking out my channel, and this is to get to know me a little bit better. Thank you. Bye.